How does one get past a spouse that cheats on them? This is the topic today, and it's something that many people struggle with, and it happens in many relationships. And oftentimes people will wonder, can I get past this? Can we continue to have a relationship together? What do I do? Who do I turn to? So part of the pain that is caused by a partner cheating or a spouse cheating is the fact that they betrayed. It's really the betrayal of the relationship. The idea that the person went outside the relationship and had this affair or cheated, and you feel like the person has betrayed you, lied to you. It's not necessarily the act itself, but the fact that now you feel as though you can't trust your own judgment when it comes to them. So it's not so much that you can't trust them per se, but many people have this idea of, wow, I made a bad decision, or I can't trust my own idea of what is right or wrong, and it brings about self-doubt. So the idea of another person cheating and then deciding to continue with the relationship, it really is about you having that empowerment or feeling that you can trust your own instincts and trust the relationship with the person. Sometimes people feel so out of control with this that they'll start doing things that seem almost crazy, like wanting to know where the other person is at all times, checking their phone, checking their email, all of this crazy making stuff. And that really is not the ideal situation, and that doesn't help the relationship at all. So if you find that your spouse has cheated, what you need to look at first is the relationship that the two of you are having, and work on some of the reasons why it led up to the cheating. What was going on in the relationship prior to that person going outside the marriage and cheating? And there's also different types of cheating. There's someone who may have had a one-night fling, or it's someone that carried on an affair for a long period of time. So that will really impact the way that the two of you decide if you want to stay together, if you want to work things out. But there is one point that I can give you. If you are in a relationship and your partner cheated, the person who cheated needs to stop all contact with the other person. That's the first rule of thumb, so that the two of you can begin to heal the marriage and work on some aspects of the marriage that may have been a problem to begin with. Many times, cheating is just a result of problems that are unresolved in a relationship, and the person goes outside the marriage, and instead of fixing it, makes it so much worse, because now you've brought the idea of doubt into the relationship and making the other person doubt themselves and doubt that the relationship was real to begin with. So these are some important factors to bring into it. So how do you go about healing this relationship is you really have to, once again, allow the other person to, go about their day and not try to control everything, because that simply doesn't work. And we really have no control over another person anyway, nor is it right for us to try to control someone else. Even if you are in a monogamous marriage, you still don't have a right to control someone else. Obviously, the relationship is so much better if the two of you can simply just trust each other and have this open flowing relationship, but pushing that never really works. So you kind of have to go back to the basics and maybe seek counseling and find out how to repair the relationship, how to make the relationship better, how to be intimate with each other once again, because this is a big issue, is working on the intimacy in the marriage, and forgiving yourself for thinking that you did something, wrong, or that, forgiving yourself for thinking that you're so stupid. How could, you not have seen this happening? And I think that's one of the biggest issues, is really the self-doubt that goes on. Not so much that the doubt in the other person, but the self-doubt that you carry of, how can I have been so stupid to not see this happening? And, that's a normal reaction for most people who feel like they've been, duped over or taken advantage of or lied to. Oftentimes they'll put that on themselves. And that's one area that you can control, and realize that, you weren't being stupid about it. You weren't being duped over. This happens. It happens in life. And now you just have to move forward and try to repair it. And this can happen in relationship with other things too. There's cheating of finances. There's cheating of, spending money. There's cheating in lots of different ways in marriages that don't just have to do with sexual stuff, where a person can also feel like, wow, how could I have been so stupid to not have seen this? So coming back to what you can do about it, again, forgive yourself, allow the other person to go about their day, don't try to control them, and work on the marriage and try to figure out, how can we make the marriage better so that this doesn't happen again. I believe everyone deserves to have a healthy sex life, and so do you.